Visparad 3. 1. The Saatar speaks, I call for the Havanan, and would have him here. The Ratu answers, I will come and fulfill his duties. The Saatar speaks, I would have the Atarev Vaksha here. The Ratu answers, I will come and fulfill the services for which fall to his charge. The Saatar, I would have the Frab Baratar. The Ratu, I will come and fulfill the services which fall to his charge. The Saatar, I would have the Aberet present. The Ratu, I will come for him. The Saatar, I would have the Asnatar. The Ratu, I will come and do the duties which he serves. The Saatar, I would have the Ra'eth Wiskar to be here. The Ratu, I will come for him. The Saatar, I would have the Sra Ash-a Bareza present, the wisest one, the most correct, and veracious in his speech. The Ratu, I will come. 2. The Saatar, I would have the fire priest to be here, and the warrior, and the thrifty tiller of the earth, and the house lord, and the lords of the Vis, and the Zend 3. And I summon the youth of holy thoughts, and works, and of good conscience, yea, the youth of good speech given in marriage to his kin. Yeah, it really says that. And I summon the province ranger, and the itinerant of many arts, and the house mistress 4. And I summon the woman advanced in her holy thoughts and words and deeds, and well subordinated, whose ruler is her lord, the Holy One, who is, as the bounteous Aramaete. Yea, I summon even thy wives, O Ahura, and I summon likewise the holy man advanced in his good thoughts and words and deeds, who is learned in pious lore and innocent of the Kayada, and by whose deeds the settlements are furthered in the righteous order. 5. Yea, we summon you, whoever you may be, if only chiefs of the Mazdayasnians, and we summon the righteous, the bounteous immortals, and the pious Saoshants, the prophets, for our help, the most correct and truthful in their speech, the most zealous, the most glorious in their thoughts, and the greatest ones, and the powerful, and we summon the fire priests, and the warriors, and the diligent husbandmen of the Mazdayasnian faith. 6. The Saatar, as a Nahu to be revered and chosen, the Ataravaksha, announcing, speaks forth to me, the Ratu. So let the Ratu from his righteousness, holy and learned, speak forth, the Ratu, as an Aha to be revered and chosen. The Zaatar, announcing, speaks forth to me, the Zaatar. So let the Ratu from his righteousness, holy and learned, speak forth, the Ratu. Thou art the announcer for us, O fire priest. It is the Zaatar who is meant. The Zaatar. I will come as this Zaatar and recite the Sta'ata Yesnya with the memorized intoning, chanting, and praise. And so there's some things about that's well, I guess we'll get to things in order. As previously stated, I think, this chapter 1 through 5 follows Yasna 11, 1 through 8, and the Vendidad Sada. So, appropriately, the Ratu answers, the Havanan, for all according to the rubric printed by Westergaard, but of later origin than the text, it arose from the fact that several offices were later united in that of the Ratu. Originally, the corresponding official answered to his title. The Havanan was the Mobid who pounded the Ha'ama in the mortar. And then we have the Mobid who fed the fire is the Atare Vaksha, and the Fra Baratar is the one who aided the presentations. The Abaret is the water carrier. The Asnatar is the washer. The Ra Ethwiskar is the mixer, or the Mobid who attended to the disinfections. And the typical layman is mentioned in verse 2, the thrifty tiller. And the next of kin marriage reference there, it was fully treated in a lost nask, number 16 or number 18 by another reckoning. But it appears that during the Achaemenid period, some guy wanted to, I forget the name of the ruler, it's probably a difficult one to pronounce, at least without practice. Or it's just, not usual to the English mind. This name is obscure. That he told the priest, so the story goes, you don't see anything in the scripture about, me not marrying my daughter. And the guy's like, and evidently originally were silence, but later editions of the scriptures kind of, these scriptures included that. So, yeah. And they're not the only people who did that. The Christians added and subtracted more than probably anybody else, really. But, and the Jews, once they decided on a text, they were, there's some things going on there too. By the Jews, I mean the rabbis composing the text back in the day, ha-kahanim, as they're called. So the most, but ratuk shatra means elsewhere the ruling in the ritual as supreme. And that is the note, whose ruler is their Lord, in verse 4. And in verse 6, the Za'atar. This section follows Yasna 11, 9 through 15, in the Vendidad Sada. Okay, that's what all these VSs are. Preceding a section described as Yasna 11, 59 and 60, and in the BVS, Vendidad Sada, I guess is the VS, and in an imperative sense or with some infinitive, and speaks forth to me is repeated a couple times in 6. And the Za'atar in the second to last bit, we have the Za'ataste, which contains Sanda. It seems a gloss to explain the Athraom. It is the Za'ata Aste. And one of the things with a lot of this is that seems that Zarathustra kind of made things simple enough for people to follow, and then they're like, well, we need this different priest for this and that and the other, and I'll just Visparad 4, 1. Yea, we sacrifice to the thoughts of the mind, and to the good wisdom, and to the good and blessed sanctity, and the good religious knowledge, and to good health of soul and body, at their several seasons, and with the presence of the seasonal circumstances they are in. 2. Confession is to be made for the kind we, Zarathustrian Mazdayastians, celebrate at the sacrificial time for the Mazda offering, at the time for the Ratu Frite, the prayer for blessings, and the sacrificial worship, homage, propitiation, and praise of the entire creation of the holy and the clean. So this section preceding Yasna 11 is closed in the BVS. It seems to me to belong properly after the Yasna 8 and the Miazda offering with the Ratu Frite. So says LH here. And in the Bazand, we have that note here. And, I guess there's not any further note there. But that was Visparad 4.